if it comes from your culture, you're going to see it differently than maybe somebody who's not in your culture. And then that conversation is so important to have about the work and try to understand the other person's point of view. And in some of those conversations, the jury might hear from somebody else and then they would change their votes. So we had a lot of vote changing, during those conversations, and I think that was really good and very important to have. And I think that was one of my favorite things about this jury is the conversations we had, the consideration that we took for every image, every video. Everybody was respectful, everybody listened to one another, everyone got a chance to speak, and I think that was one of my favorite parts of the whole process.
When you come here, it's still hard because we have a lot of great work to design in this time. Yeah, and I think we select the best one for Nikon contest. So for the Nikon photo contest, this time I'm very impressive about how they got collect all judge around the world, come to the same place, discuss everything from their different point of view, come together, discuss, and finally we totally agree for the winner.
うまいなこの写真っていうのが非常に多いという印象を受けました。あと強い写真というか、構図とか色とかそういうところも非常に考えられていて、練られている作品が多いなというふうに思います。なのでそういう意味では非常に質の高い作品が集まっていたなというふうに思いました。あとなんですけど一方で非常にチャレンジングなというか実験的なというか、そういう今言った写真とはちょっと違うタイプの写真も多くて、これからちょっとそういう作品も増えてくるのかなということを今過渡期なのかなということを感じさせるような、作品が多かったというふうに思います。何よりもやっぱりすごく楽しかったです。で、なんで楽しかったのかなと思って考えてたんですけれども、やっぱり審査員のみんながすごく集中していて、あとすごく真摯にやっぱりこの審査に臨んでいたっていうことが、やっぱりみんな本気でやっていたっていうところが一緒に議論して楽しかったところじゃないかなと思います。
I quickly realized the importance of having an extremely diverse background in the judging. And people were extremely opinionated and fighting for what they thought was the best, which I really appreciated. But also I realized having that different cultural background really expanded kind of my own way of processing things, but I think gave the competition much more validity. It's very easy if everyone's kind of from a similar ethnic cultural background to see things in one way, and conflict arose in certain things, in certain pieces of work, and it was really cool to see those voices getting fought for, and it changed the outcome.
Los fotógrafos alrededor del mundo han trabajado todos alrededor de un tema, pero desde diferentes puntos de vista, de diferentes realidades. Es como no quedarme con mi propia idea hecha desde donde yo vivo, desde lo que yo hago, desde lo que yo sé, sino también abrir la mente y aceptar las ideas de los otros para incorporarlas y para tener como un espectro más diverso de los temas de los que estuvimos hablando.
Also, some of them are very uplifting. I would say personally it's been a great opportunity, privilege to be able to be in front of so many stories around the world. It's a great one for me. I think for the audience, I would say, first of all, have an open mind because the story is very diverse. Some of them are quite provocative. So they opt for all kinds of story, diversity, rich stories. So I think they're going to have a great time. They just have to be patient, take their time to enjoy the stories.
希望这次评选的获奖者在未来的日子能够更多的创造出更好的作品，并且要保持你现在对于创作的热情，一直往前走，一直创新， 不仅是创作形式的创新，还有表达内容的创新。这个我也认为是艺术家应该做的。
The way I think beloved, maybe my friend thinks differently, or someone living in Japan or living in Bangladesh or living in United States, how they translate and even their relationship. I think it's a very deeper way of understanding photography. It's not just beautiful, striking pictures.
It was very difficult to make a final selection because when we got down to 10, the works were so strong that we really spent a lot of time deciding which one should be the winning works. Each of the work has a beautiful artistic point of view, and each of them has a message. And I think when the viewer will look at these photographs and also the films, I think they will understand this message and also why we selected this set of pictures and films.
As an artist, I believe that photography and video, we play important roles in the human life. For example, in the future, even though we are in the AI era, taking photos and video, we keep a way to express art. Also, to keep those important memories, like family memories, like travel memories, anything that you want to capture. So, for that reason, I believe that photography and film will never expire. For the audience that's gonna see the Winners Awards, I want to encourage you guys to take the time to see how the artists capture every single detail of the piece of art. Also, the feeling that they want to transmit to the art. Because for us, it was really tough. It was really good entries, but this one was the winner because they actually transmit what we were looking for.
I would want them to see the sensitivity and like the empathy with which the stories have been, photographed. And yeah, I also want them to appreciate the technical skill and the visual appeal that went into making them. So, and also get inspired to sort of, make their own and apply for these, participate in these contests. Yeah.
So maybe what I was looking for in this contest was a work that is telling kind of a personal story that resonates on a wider scale. For example, that the little story tells a bigger story, like a political story or a political statement or a metaphysical question and stuff like that. So this is what I was looking for, and I think the winners have this dimension. So I would like the people to take a time to look at these works and interrogate it and see beyond the little story that is told with these videos or these photos.
I think NPC has an important role to play. It's a way of stopping and having a look at what is happening, and also a way that experts can really look at what is great about image making today. So I think NPC becomes a catalyst in a way, and a lens for looking at what is now excellent with new technology. I think for the audience, these awards become ways of understanding our world in a different way. Our communication now is so fast and so short-lived, all these observations, that it is so important for our audience, the market, to really have the opportunity to take a little bit of time and look at something which won't be on the screen just for 1 second, but is possible to revisit as a way of understanding the world that we live in.